Good evening, everybody, and welcome to ClausenWorld. It's late. I'm much later in the garden than I would normally be, so I don't have a lot of time before I lose light, but I am going to do everything I can to make this a good video. I have a Hardy Kiwi that I bought early in the spring season. It's growing relatively nicely in the grape pot, and I would like to have more than one. So I am going to propagate that Hardy Kiwi. So let's get started. This is the kiwi that I'm going to be propagating. I know you're all like, but everything I'm looking at right here on this little bitty stick. This is the kiwi. It has grown a lot since I bought it. It was a tiny itty bitty little thing when I bought it, and it goes all the way down into the pot. Now, what I'm going to do today is I am not going to cut it up like I did with my Meyer lemon tree. I am going to take it off this stake. I'm going to lay it on the soil, and I am going to see if I can get it to root from these junctions here. Now, I'm going to see if I can zoom in so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. Can you see that little brown bit right there? That should be a rooting node. And they're all along the bottom of the kiwi. Can you guys see those? And I'm going to lay this down in some soil, and I'm going to mound some soil over it. And we're going to see if I can get this to root without having to cut it at all. So with that being said, I'm going to zoom you guys out, and we're going to get started with this. All right, I have the same soil mixture that I used for my lemon yesterday, but I added a little bit more perlite in it because I want to make sure that I have more perlite and less coconut coir and or any type of soil medium. So let me get my gloves, because you know how I am with my hands. All right, have my gloves. And I had to do a little bit of work inside of here before coming on because my grapevines are growing. My grapevines are amazing. They're just putting on so much beautiful growth that I had to tie them up because they were in the way and we would not be able to see. Now I tied this baby up. Let me see if maybe I think I tied it loosely. Let me see if I can unwrap it. I tied it in here loosely earlier in the year. I tried not to put any tight knots. I didn't want to hurt it. Look at that. Look at that. See? Take that string off. Let's see if I have any more strings in there. Nope, that is it. So I'm going to uncurl it, and I hope I'm not in the way. I'm just going to gently uncurl it from this stake. And it is hanging on. Looks like it has actually, what has it done? Oh, look at there. Oh, wow. It has grown into the comfrey and or the grapevine. Let me take this twig out, and I'm going to just kind of see in here a little bit and see what's happening, because behind is this is the grape right here. And I want to see where it got off to, because the wind has been blowing and it has probably taken off in one direction, and it has. I'm trying to see where it went, seeing if it's attached to anything in there. It is attached itself to the grapevine, and I cannot see where exactly it is going. That's very interesting. I'm liking that. It wanted to live. It surely did. And at the very bottom, and I'm going to show you guys in just a second, at the bottom there's another shoot down there. I'm going to have to do a little bit of detective work, so hold that thought and I'll be right back. It took me a little doing, but I was able to untangle it from the grapevine. And it is much, much longer than I thought it was initially. And so I'm very pleased at all the growth of this kiwi. Can you guys see that? It goes all the way up and up and up and up and up and up. So yes, very pleased at the growth of this kiwi because it was much larger than I thought it was going to be. So what I'm going to do is I am going to lay this vine on the soil and see if I can get it to root itself to the soil without having to cut anything off of it. So let's see. I'm going to move you guys in closer. Let's see if I can get you guys down towards soil level. Uh-oh. All right. Now I am working around a lot of obstacles, so please forgive me for that. But I am, uh-oh, I hit the camera. I am trying to strategically place this down on the soil level. But before I do that, I laid a lot of wood chip on top of that soil when I planted this pot up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this soil mixture, this perlite mixture. Oh dear, sorry about that, y'all. I hope y'all didn't hear that. I am going to take this soil mixture and put this, sorry about that, y'all. My neighbor is cussing at his dogs. So I hope you guys didn't hear that. But what I was saying was, I'm just going to lay some of this on top of the soil. And I'm going to go around to the other side. And I'm going to try to mound it up a little bit. Now you all might be able to see my hand. Let's see. I'm going to have to fix this soil when I'm done because I've tried, or this netting when I'm done, because what I've tried to do is keep it low so that this, uh-oh, sorry about that, guys. I'm rocking you guys. I do apologize. I'm going to put a little bit more of this soil mixture on this side. And then I'm going to lay that vine down and then mound up a little bit more soil on the top of it. Okay, so I've got it in there. I hope you guys saw me put that in there. Now I'm going to lay this, I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm going to lay this vine, and I'm working around a lot of obstacles, everybody, so please excuse. But I'm going to lay this vine down inside the grape pot and on to the soil, trying not to bend it at where it's planted into the soil, trying not to push it or bend it. I'm just gonna lay it in there. Hopefully I can get it straight, because again, it is much longer than I initially anticipated, and I honestly think I am going to need that stake again so that the main trunk of it can actually stay upright. Oh, I really hope you guys can see what I'm doing. Hang on one second. Let me get the stake and put the stake back in there. Let's see. I want to make sure that I'm not piercing any roots, so I'm going to just stake it closest to the edge of the pot. There we are. Can you guys see what I'm doing down there? I'll move you guys over just a little bit. I'm trying to, let me go the other way so that my head is not in your way. And I'm going to try to lay that old wood, last year's wood, the brown wood, on the soil like so. And it's not wanting to lay down flat, but again, I'm trying not to tug it because I do not want to disrupt what's growing out of the soil. I know this is probably not the best video, and I do apologize for that, but I am trying to work it out. Okay, so I have it laying down, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to wrap that very long piece that wrapped itself around the grapevine. I'm going to push it back down. Now I'm going to take this soil and I'm going to mound it around what's touching the soil. I'm trying to see. I got a bad angle, but I'm trying to see. I hope you guys can see. I laid it down, and I'm trying not to get it on the leaves. I'm just trying to get it on the root joint. Now let me come back your way and see if you can see what I've done. You probably can't, but I've laid it down, and I've got that vine laying on the soil, and I'm just mounding up. I hope my head is not in the way. I'm mounding up the soil on that vine. Now I'm gonna take that other little piece of vine that twirled itself all the way up through the grapevine. I'm gonna move that comfrey leaf out of the way, and I'm gonna take that little piece and I'm gonna just try to gently wrap it around this stake. And well, it's not ready to hold on. I'm gonna have to take this comfrey leaf out of here because it's in the way and I can't even see. So that's gotta go. All right, so let's try this again. I've just got stuff everywhere. I'm loving it. The grape is everywhere, but you guys cannot see. The grape has attached itself to the tool. So let me move this grape up and up and up and up. I'm just gonna move it out of the way like that, and then I'll tie it up later. Can you guys see that a little bit better? Okay, that's the main stalk right there around the twig. You can see the old wood, the brown wood. All right, so I'm trying to get that long vine that had worked its way up into the grapevine, trying to twirl it around, and I hope my head is not in the way. I'm trying to coax it up this stake, just like so. All right, ooh, awesome. Okay, so I coaxed it up the stake. Now I'm gonna go back on the other side and make sure that the vine is still in that soil. So let me go back through here and take a look at it and make sure that it's still, oh yeah, oh, that's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I'm hoping that, I'm sure I'm gonna lose some of these leaves. They may rot, but that's okay. They're touching, some of the leaves are touching the soil, but the whole point of this is to get this to root down. All right, so it's in there. I hope I didn't hit you guys too much. All right, so the vine is mounded inside of the soil. I have been able to coax the longer piece that took itself into the grapevine around the cane. Can you guys see? Let me move the grape out of the way. See how it's just slightly inching up? It's very delicate, so I'm just gonna leave it. It'll find its way. And if you look all the way down right here, can you guys see that? That's another piece that's coming off that main branch. So I'm just going to leave it until it gets a little bit longer, and I'm talking about right here. And when it gets a little bit longer, I'm gonna coax it this way and have it wrap up the stake as well. So I'm gonna get some wood chip, and I'm gonna mound some wood chip over the top of that moist coconut core and perlite so that moisture stays in there a little bit longer. This pot was watered earlier today by the irrigation system, so I want to make sure that that soil that I just put on there stays moist for a couple of days until the irrigation system comes on again. So that is me trying to propagate this Hardy Kiwi. I hope you guys saw what I was doing. I know it sounds complicated, but I hope you guys got the gist of it. So I have some seeds I would like to sow. So let's go do that. This is my wisteria that has bloomed. It's almost spent, but it is still beautiful. There is another bloom right over here. Right over there, trying to reach it. There we go. Can you guys see that? Not your typical wisteria bloom, but absolutely beautiful nonetheless. Mosquitoes. And I have a bloom right up here that has spent, it's gone over. So I am going to cut it out and try not to cut anything else. There we are. And dump that down there. But this is my beautiful wisteria. Let me show you guys. It is just growing and putting on so much new growth. I think it's absolutely beautiful, and the smell is just divine. There's nothing like the smell of a wisteria. There are a couple different species of wisteria, and I can't remember the official name of this one, but I will definitely put that name in the description box below so that you all will know what type of wisteria it is. This is that one lonely little strawberry. Remember in the beginning when I first started videoing and doing my YouTube blogs or vlogs, and I showed you my strawberry? Look how big it's gotten. I'm so proud of this little guy. Of course, no strawberries, but that's okay. He'll give me strawberries next year. And he should give me runners, so I should have more. Look, guys, I missed the bloom. I'm so angry with myself. But it's been raining, so I wasn't out here. But I want to show you guys what I saw. Look at that. That is indeed a giant moonflower that has bloomed, and the other one has bloomed as well, and it has shriveled up. I can see it all the way down there. So I'm hoping, there's so many more in here, but I don't see any flowers on them. Look at that, guys. Can you guys see that? Oh my gosh, let me move it over so you guys can see. Look at that, guys. Absolutely beautiful. And it should open up this evening. Look at that beauty. Oh, I wish I could get it up. I wish I had the ability to get it like a time lapse so I could see it open. But that's the third one that's opened, and it is absolutely beautiful. Oh wow, I'm so excited. Finally have a beautiful big white flower. Absolutely gorgeous. Before I lose light, I would like to put some okra and some dragon tongue beans in this pot right here, because what I planted in this pot did not come up. I've got to move the peanuts out of the way because they're just getting unruly. Look at that, just spreading all out into a pot where they don't belong. So I am just going to take the irrigation system out for just a second. Let me get my reading glasses so I can see up close. So I don't like surprises. All right. I am going to take off this mulch, and I'm going to place it in the bucket that I have at my feet. Just like so. All right. Now I'm going to be placing some burgundy okra as well as some dragon tongue bush beans in this pot, and we'll see what I can get. Now I need to open up the beans first. And I'm going to just put a couple of these bean seeds, and I'll show you guys Gonna put a couple of these bean seeds in here. I'm just gonna put 4 bean seeds for right now. Close this back up. Let me open the okra. Now, I have never grown okra before, and I've had these seeds for quite some time. I bought them because I thought, oh, that was pretty. Maybe I might grow them for someone else. And then I said, you know what? Nope, I better grow this for myself. Look at those seeds. They look really weird. I've never seen okra seeds before. Look at that. Wow. I'm sure these seeds will germinate, but I'm going to place 1 seed there and 1 seed on the opposite side. Now, I do know okra get really large, so I'm only going to put 2 seeds there in this 5-gallon pot, and I'm going to push all these seeds in and then cover them back up with the mulch. This pot was watered by the drip irrigation this afternoon, so the soil is very moist. I should not need to water it in. I'm just going to push these seeds in up to the second knuckle, just like so, just like so. Cover it up, just like so, making sure that there's contact with the soil, pushing it down. I'm going to take this mulch, put it back on top. Now, this mulch also has a little bit of that mixture that I made for the cuttings, but that's okay. And I'm going to place this irrigation right in the center, and that is dragon tongue beans and burgundy okra planted. Now, there's so much more I would love to plant, but I am truly running out of time, and I really need to water my peppers before I lose light. So I'm going to get on that, and I will see you guys in the next video. Here's a still picture of the moonflower.